Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Grenfell Tower was the first place that I called home. And on Tuesday night, I stood outside my parents' house just across from that garden and watched 150 at least of my neighbours burn to death. And we don't need some public inquiry that's going to be stage managed by the government to tell us what we already know. We know what killed those people. Greed killed those people. We know that the cheap cladding, the cheap, shoddy, flammable cladding that they put on that building was put there to make it look pretty for those in the luxury flats nearby. We know that it was put on there when they could have made it inflammable. We know that they were begging for sprinklers. We know that we were begging for them to put proper fire regulations and information up in the building. Everything was falling on deaf ears for years. We also know it wasn't just greed. Greed killed them and austerity killed them. This community is one of the richest in the country, in the world. We have had almost 100 million pounds worth of cuts in the last 7 years. 7 years of Tory austerity. Meanwhile, whilst we've had our nurseries shut, our homelessness prevention schemes shut, our libraries, our North Kensington library just up the road, which has been sold to the fee-paying, to the private school next door for their own private use. All of this is being lost. Meanwhile, they are pumping millions of pounds into things like the Holland Park Opera to entertain the rich. Yeah, this is the most unequal part of the country. This isn't just about Theresa May, this is about the entire ideology of the Conservative Party, which is about putting profits before people. We've had cuts, we've had sell-offs, we've had privatisation, and when we think about what the Tories have been doing just last year, they are consistently voting against the rights of tenants. Last year, the Labour Party tabled an amendment for it to be a legal requirement for the landlords to make their flats safe, and they voted against it. This isn't just about Theresa May, this is about the whole Conservative Party and their ideology of putting profit before people and cuts. Meanwhile, the rich are getting richer. That is what austerity is about. We need to take this fight to the council, but we need to take it right to the top. The responsibility for this lies with Theresa May. The woman's finished anyway. She's finished anyway. We just need to wave goodbye now. What we need to do is for all of us across the country to get on the streets, and there is a demonstration that's been called nationwide on the 1st of July. Not one day more of this government. Not one day more. Meeting at Portland Place. Everyone be there. We need to be there. Bring a Justice for Grenfell block to march with us on that day.
Address again. What time was it?
Portland Place, outside the BBC building, so they can't ignore us.
What time?
1st of July, 12 o'clock. Okay? Outside, it's an Oxford Circus outside the BBC building. We need to take this fight to them. For Grenfell, for every immigrant that's drowned in the ocean, for every disabled person who's committed suicide because of disability cuts. I work in mental health, this is happening. For every single one of these people, we need to take this fight to the government. Enough is enough.